All right, folks, thank you. Welcome back. This is, I think it's part 3, I guess, right? Nika, how you doing? All right, so we're going to continue. We're still talking about the back end of the website on WordPress platform. So, y'all have any questions? Y'all good? So if I ask you guys to teach, y'all can teach right now? Excellent. All right, so we talked about the title, the link, some of the features within the visual and the text. We talked about when you add the images, the file name, the alt text, and the links. You can use the link, and if you don't want to have the preview at the end of the video, you can use the code. We talked about question mark, real, equal, 0. And under the publish, we talked about how to publish it with scheduling. We talked about how to set up a password and all that right here. Now, this area where it says format, it does not come with most of the WordPress platform. This is only with Theme 2015.
Yeah, because I don't have it in mind.
Right. So if you don't see this, don't worry about it. This is just specifically to Theme 2015. Okay? So we don't have to worry about it. Now, categories, this is very important. The categories, this is for your blog post. So myself, I'm a digital marketing person, right? I talk about a lot of online marketing stuff like, SEO, search, email marketing, social media. So if I write a blog, tons of blog about Facebook marketing, I'm going to create a category called Facebook marketing, right? If I talk a lot about YouTube marketing, I'm going to make a category for YouTube marketing. Now, what's the benefit of the categories?
SEO. You don't need to create the page.
Organization.
Close.
Search by them.
Organization, you sort by them, you're close, but why?
Size.
Why categories is important? We talk about sorting it, yes, sorting the content, organizing it. Yeah, sorting it, but but why so important?
You get connected to a page.
Easy navigation.
Easy to find what they're looking for. So if you are a yoga instructor, you have different topic within yoga training, and the front page has a bunch of blog posts, like 100 blog posts. You don't want them to scroll up and down. You want them to look at the category. If somebody's interested in one category of the topic, they're going to click on that category and all the pages will change for that category. Does that make sense? User experience again. We're talking about how to make it easy for your readers. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's what the categories are very good. If you have a lot of blog content, then use category properly. In order for you to make a category, you can do it from here, or you can do it when we show you how to go on the left-hand side, all right? That's categories. So by default, it says uncategorized. Now, tags, write this thing down. Tag does not help with SEO. This is like a misconception, I hear everyone saying it. Tag does not help with SEO. It helps with user experience. How so? If I go to your website, you have a search box on your website, and somebody's looking for content, they can type the keyword in the search box, right? For those particular blog posts. Does that make sense? So if I write this blog about YouTube marketing, I'm going to tag YouTube Marketing 101, tips for YouTube. So when somebody comes to our website and type tips for YouTube, that blog post will show up. That's what it's for.
So the difference between categories and tags, tags are usable through
searchable.
Search,
right.
And categories are clickable under the post.
Yeah, well, not under the post, on the sidebar.
Okay.
The category should be on the sidebar to be easy for the people to click on the sidebar, or you can have it on the top of the navigation as well. Write this thing down. You want to write this thing down. In WordPress platform, by default, your home page or the front page is a blog page.
Unless that you change.
Okay? Your front page or your home page, by default, when you install WordPress, is a blog page. That means every time you post, it will show up on the front page. That's by default. Does that make sense? Okay? Number 2, you cannot have more than one blog page by default. So the home page, you cannot. So by default, the home page is the blog page that can have a bunch of posts. But you cannot have another blog page within the same page or within the same website. You can, but there's a workaround. I'm going to share that with you later. Write it down. What is the workaround, Yusuf? Write it down. Because I'm ADHD, I forget. Okay? When we go through the step, I'll show you what I mean by the workaround, okay? All right. Featured image. The featured image, this is when you blog, you know how you can write the title You can write the content. So what happened, if you don't put featured image, all people going to see is the title and the content, which looks very boring, right? So you need to have a featured image for that post. This is where you put the one image, right here. Does that make sense? That's what the featured image is for.
Oh, so that's the banner image, kind of like.
Kind of like a banner image for the content.
Right.
Does that make sense?
As the eye grabber for that.
There you go. It is the eye grabber. So for instance, let me show you one of my customers here. So every time she does a blog post, which is 3 times a week, she always uses either a video or an image, like this. See that? That was part of the featured image. Now, let me give you a quick tip. Let me give you a quick tip when it comes to a blogging. If you want to make your blogging very effective, make sure you have an interesting title. A catchy title. Interesting title. Enticing title. Okay? That's number 1. Number 2, make sure you have a relevant, okay? Make sure you have a relevant image for that blog post. If I talk about cupcake, I'm not going to put a picture of my shoe, okay? There's no relevancy there. I'm going to put a picture of nice looking cupcakes with my content. Why? Because we as a human being, by design, we are visual. What I mean by that, you don't go to school to learn how to see. You go to school to read, right? So we are visual. So when we see the image, that will attract us to click what is this topic about. That's tip number 2. Tip number 3, when you write something like about the blog, do not, I repeat this, do not post the whole blog, the full blog on the front page. Write something like this and put continue reading or read more. Why? Because when they look at the title, interesting title, they look at the image, I want to read this. Let's see what is it about. So I'm reading it, oh, it says continue. But below that, oh, there's another awesome content. So I'm not going to miss it. Does that make sense? What happened with a lot of beginners in blogging, what they do, they post the whole blog. Like, so long. You know, it's kind of boring, right? No, you have a title, image, relevant image, and snippet. Then read more. And I'll show you how to do that. You want to see it right now or later?
No.
Okay. All right, let's do that. So let me show you real quick. So if I'm going to copy something from, let's see. I'm just going to copy anything for now just for the sake of testing. Okay. Oh, Wikipedia. All right, I'm just doing this for the test, okay? Never copy and never plagiarize. This is just for testing. But Yusuf said he copied it. Yeah, blame me. All right. So let me give you a quick example. So right here, I'm going to put some content, right? Or maybe just remove the image below the video. If I put this content right here, the trick is anytime you want to put read more, do not put read more after complete of the sentence. Put it somewhere in the middle.
That way your curiosity.
So you can create a curiosity. Does that make sense? Don't put like at the end of the sentence. Put it something like, for instance, right here, the site offers new blog original content and I'm going to come to and. I'm not going to put that. I'm going to go right here. You see this? This thing right here? The symbol? You click on that. Booyah. It says insert read more. Okay? So now when I save it, okay? And let me see if I can go to the website right here, refresh. It didn't work because, let's see.
Actually, it is working. On my version, it's working.
Yeah, because of the theme. That's why. Let me show you quickly. Let me change this ridiculous theme real quick. I want to show you why.
Change it, team.
I'm just going to quickly change it right now. Just quickly. Work left. Yeah, let's save it.
No.
And when I load, no, I've loaded that page and it's working for on my end.
It's working on your end, right? Okay. Why is it not working here? Insert, insert. Maybe I forgot to do something. Okay, insert word. Update. Maybe I forgot to do update, right? If it doesn't work, oh well, fail. Epic fail.
No, it's there.
No, it's not there.
But that team is different.
That team is
Try,
different.
try to
Ah, let's see. What went wrong? What went wrong?
2012 or 2016.
There you go.
There.
There you go. Okay, see that? Continue reading, right? And continue reading. You always leave it like that. Why? Because it's interesting. Don't put continue reading after the full sentence because they think it's done. They think, oh, well, that's it. That's a blog, right?
What was the issue? Did you just refresh the page or?
Yeah, I have to refresh the page. Yeah. So when I click continue reading, now it takes me to the actual blog post that has all the information. Okay. But you notice something that there's no sharing button. There's only a comment box. So we're going to go back and show you how to take care of that. Okay. All right. Going back to the post. Going back to the post. Any more question right here? Any more question about how to blog properly? What you need to follow and everything? Are we good on the post?
And you do the add more in each page. Each
Blog post, yeah. Each blog post. Okay. Any more question, folks? I'm not hearing anything. Hello? Okay.
So you just put continue reading.
Yeah. You just want to insert. That's it. That's what you have to do. That's it. You bring your mouse and insert. Okay. Now, can I?
I have a question.
Yes, please.
So your menu on the left side there was different from mine, correct? You have a lot more on yours than I do.
Actually, I don't have a lot more.
Well, compared to mine.
Is your website fresh, new, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you have? What is missing?
View site, WP admin, plans, stats, blog post, pages, testimonials, themes, menus.
No, you look at pages.
Go to pages.
No, you're looking at pages.
Okay.
Okay, we're not there yet. Okay. Okay.
We're going to what? Well, how do I
Post. Post.
Post.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to post. What time is it now?
I got you.
You got it? All right, cool. All right, folks. Because at 12 we're gonna take a lunch break. So, any more questions? Are we good? We understand everything down to the post? Yes?
Yeah.
I want to hear you guys say something, okay? Because I can read your mind. I don't know how telepathic reading. Okay? Alright, so that was, we're still right there on the top. That's the post, right? Now, when I click on media, we already talked about that. You click on the media, it shows you how to select files or how to drag and drop. You can just minimize your site and just drag and drop.
That's awesome.
You want to see it? Somebody said I want to see it. All right, let's see if they have any images. All right, I'm gonna. Let me show you this. I'm gonna drag this image from here, and that's it. There you go. See? It's right there. It's already. It's crunching. There you go. There you go. See that? I just dragged it and it's already up there. But remember, what you're supposed to do is what? You give it what?
Alt tags,
Alt tags and
title.
title. The alt tags and title, yes. So right there, I'm going to go to the media library. Right here is logo of Yusufy. Then I can say, okay? This happens when you upload. All right.
All right,
Now.
Here, a question in context. It came up earlier. Is it now time? When do you resize your image? Before you drag and drop, or do you essentially force the image tags to resize for you on the fly? Which is
when you upload the image, or you add the image, right? Here, it shows you the size. Do you see this? Full size thumbnail. Let's say full size. Insert. Full size, right? right? Now I can click on the image, I can click edit, and I can also play it from here to, or custom size.
You can do custom size.
Yeah.
Can you crop?
No, there's no there's no cropping. Okay, so there you go. I can do a custom. I can any size I want. Or here's another option. Look, I can grab the image here. You see that? I can do that as well. Okay, good question. All right, we're gonna go next. We covered the post. We covered the media, and now page.
Before you keep going, when you enlarge here, this is going to be like the same in the library, or is only for that?
On the post. Because the library now will have a set size. They're not going to change.
Okay.
But when you put on the post and on the page, you can change it there. Good question. All right, now we're going to go to the page. This website doesn't have a page yet, so we're going to make pages. As you can see, it looks similar, right? It looks similar to post, correct? So what difference do you see here? What difference do you see under the page?
No categories, no tags.
No categories, correct, Bernadette, and no tags, and what else?
Page attributes on the right.
Right, that's not in the post, that's for pages. Which is true, that's not in the post, but in the pages, page attribute. And what is it for? Again, write this thing down. By default, your WordPress theme comes with a sidebar widget, which is on your right-hand side, okay? By default, most of them. And that sidebar widget, by default, on every page. So every page you create, homepage, about page, service page, contact page, will have what? A sidebar. Or the blog page will have what? A sidebar. So when you go to page attributes, when you click page attributes right here, because there's no pages, nothing shows up. When you click the pages, another option will show up. It will tell you, do you want a width? Do you want no sidebar? That's how you can select from page to page. That's what is it for. Okay? So right now, as you can see, everything else the same except no categories, no tags, right?
I'm sorry, could you just go back to the widget that appears on every page is where?
We have to create the pages first to show you.
Okay.
We have to create the pages first, yes.
Okay, but you just showed us how to do it.
How to remove it, yeah, how to remove it from specific pages.
Okay.
Because by default, every page will come with a widget on the side. But some customer, they don't want the widget. They don't want to distract the customer. So what they do, I just want to have a full page with my company name. I don't want sidebar, nothing.
You can do more than one widget, right?
You can have more than one widget, but all the widgets are, what I'm trying to say, every page has a widget by default. Write this thing down. Every page will have the same exact widget. So let's say Mario wants to have Facebook in one page, under the about page, but he also wants to have Twitter on the service page. Can he do that by default? You can't, because every page is going to be the same. So whatever widget you're going to add, let's say if you add a Facebook box, all the pages are going to have a Facebook box by default. The only time you can change it is by coding if you're a developer, or there's a plugin that will help you to have a different images of widget on every page. Does that make sense? But by default, it won't let you do that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So now what we need to do, we talked about, Jeff, this is your website, right? How many pages do you need? Or how many pages do you want to create?
3.
3 only? What is that? About?
Well, homepage,
Homepage is by default is a blog. That's a homepage. About?
contact,
Contact, okay. And blog, right?
and blog.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create, because here's the thing, right now the homepage is the blog page, right? So here's another question. You wanna write this thing down. When you build a website, do you want a content-based website or a business retail website?
Oh,
Content-based means, let me give you an example. This is Michael Hyatt, an awesome dude, right? Get a few minutes. And Ask River 101 is a content-based website. Why? By the way, this is a lead capture. Very amazing, right? He's an awesome guy. As you can see, a bunch of content. That's content-based website. So if you want something like this, that's the most simplest way to build a website, like a blog style. Okay, so that's a content-based. Business retail means something like, let me show you. This is one of my clients as well. This is a WordPress website. Okay, this is a practice. It's not content-based. At the front, there's a lead capture. There's some information, just like an actual retail website, right? Pretty cool, right? Blonde Creative built it for them. So, and the blog is called, of course, right here. And then a call to action, get started, phone number. That's like a company business-based website. So you have to make a decision which direction you're going to go to. If it's a content-based, then Michael Hyatt, Asperger 101, Maria, let's see another one, an example for a content-based. Maria Farleo, you need to follow her, she's awesome. Okay, that's her website. It's a content-based. There's a lead capture, and everything is a blog post or video post. See that? Okay, that's content-based. So you have to make a decision. You want to be like a blog style, or you're going to be just like a retail. Okay, there's no right and wrong, because as a blog, that means the search engine is going to grab the home page with all the content. It will index all the cool content. Does that make sense? So it's up to you which direction you want to go to. If you're going to go with a content base, that means the home page by default will be the blog page, so you can have all the blog posts on the front page. Does that make sense? If you want to have a video of your company and a lead capture, then we're going to have to switch the blog. Does that make sense? So which one are you going to pick?
What was the name of the other website?
I want to go.
One second, I'm sorry, what's the question?
Sorry, the name of the retail website, what was the name of it?
TexasBariatric.com. Okay. What was it?
Traditional website.
Like a traditional one? Okay, that means you want like a video on the front and so. Okay, cool. So what we need to do right now, we are going to create 4 pages for Jeff. We're going to call it Home, About, and Contact Us.
And blog.
And blog, right?
Yeah.
No services?
We can do one.
Okay, so let's go ahead and try.
Are you going to use the same thing?
Let me go ahead and show you how to make the page. Okay, here we go. Home, publish, add new, about us. Okay. Then let's see. Contact us. What else I missed? Blog, right?
Blog.
That's way easier than the way that Google Sites does it.
Right.
Google Sites has this zoo process that's really amazing.
All right, so there you go. We created 5 pages, right?
5 pages.
So when I click on all pages now, I see all the pages. Okay.
Get rid of some pages.
I'm sorry.
All pages.
Again, don't worry. We're gonna go through everything. Don't be ahead of the game. Just calm down. We're gonna go through everything step by step. Okay. You guys are advanced, so bear with me, please. We'll go there. I'm just trying to keep this thing very, very basic. Why? Because in my philosophy is that if you don't understand the most basic thing, there's no point of jumping, 10 foot, right? So let's make sure that we understand the basic 100%. Understand that? All right. So right now we make pages. That means you can add the content, add the image. So if you have a new website, go and start writing about your company, what services you have, and whatnot. Does that make sense? So that's for the page. Now let's go. Any question about the page? We're good, right? If you scroll down, you'll see there's nothing there. If you go up where it says screen option, if I go to the screen option, I can select. I can see custom field, comment box, who's the author, right? I can select all those options. When I scroll down, oh, there's more thing coming up here, you see? There's more option. I can see who's the author, but you don't need this stuff, but that's an option for you to see.
Where was that?
It was under the screen options. Screen options. On the top, screen options. But you don't need it because it's just an option for you. But you don't need it. Okay? All right, users. Before I move forward, any question?
No.
Columns, how to do, is that jumping ahead?
No, what was the question?
Columns, can you do columns?
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Okay. We good?
Yes.
Yes, I want you to be loud. Don't fall asleep. We're going to go to each other right now. Okay. All right, so users right here, I can see Jeff. Here, I don't see anybody else. This is what I can add. He can add me as an admin. I need to write this thing down. There are 5 categories of users. Subscriber, completely ignore it. Back when WordPress came out, it used to be for like people that subscribe to the blog, right? Don't look at it. Ignore it completely. Contributor. What does the contributor mean? If you are going to ask somebody to blog for your website or on your behalf, or whatever the case may be, anybody you add them as a contributor, they can write the content, but they cannot post. You have to post it for them. You have to log in and click publish. Author is the person that is able to write the content and publish it by themselves. That's the author. Editor is the person that can write the content, publish it for themselves, and they can publish it for the contributor and for the author. Does that make sense? If you want to hire an editor to kind of check their work, you can have them do that. Administrator, that means you have full access. Can I add myself as an admin?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. All right, so I'm going to add myself.
I can erase it later if I want.
Yeah, he can erase it later if he wants to, yes. So here we go.
No, the admin can really control your site. So if you in business or you're doing something with somebody, you get a disagreement,
Be careful.
be careful.
Yeah.
You'll have to go back to your original and start over if they do something.
Absolutely.
Just remember that. It's
Yes.
our main everything.
Thank you, Jeff. And now the cool thing about the latest WordPress update, it automatically gives you a strong password. That's like a military password, right? So I can change that right there. Okay. I'm going to select administrator, and that's it. I added myself as an admin. And the cool thing is, ooh, look, I have my picture there. Ah, that's good for branding, right? So when you comment anywhere, my picture shows up. Remind me to show you what is Gravatar. Write it down. Gravatar. Gravatar.com. I want to show you how to have this. Okay? It's called Gravatar. Remind me to show you, okay? Alright, so he added me as an administrator. Okay? So that's for the users. Any question so far about the users? Are we good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now I'm going to go and look on the left hand side. This is where most of the people actually spend their time. Nobody actually uses this. Very rare. I just have to show you. I have to tell you what it is. Because I want to make sure that you know every single thing, okay? But most of the people, most of us go right here. So the dashboard, that means your dashboard, right? So that's your dashboard. In your dashboard, you will have something like welcome to WordPress, write your first blog, it will show you how to do it, how to create a page, how to view your website, how to add widget, how to do menu, how to turn off the comment box, how to learn about this stuff. Everything that I'm teaching you is right here. Okay, it is free. It's right in front of you. Okay, I can dismiss it, and I have the Jetpack plugin, which comes by default. A quick draft. Let's say you're on a conference, you're just reflecting, you're on a beach, you want to write something, you log in, just put a couple of notes, like a sticky note, right? That's what it's for. Again, I don't use it. WordPress news. This is attached to your WordPress.org. This information, it is attached to your WordPress.org. So every time they release the news, it will show up right here on the back end to see what's the latest, what's the greatest on WordPress. This one at glance, it shows you how many blog posts you have, how many comments, how many pages created, and who logged in at what time, and who published. Like me, right here, there's a 2 published, old and mine, and there's some sample of comments. Okay? And I can move this here. See that? Very easy, right? I can bring this, I can bring it up here. See? It's up to you. That's the dashboard. When I say log into your dashboard, that's what I mean. That's your dashboard. That's your backend for your website. Okay? Then, if you notice here, of course, the dashboard is your home dashboard. You see this option here says update? What happened under the update, anytime WordPress releases their update, anytime some of the plugins needs an update, anytime your theme needs an update, it will show right here. It will show you the numbers, how many, like this, right here. It will show you if you need an update on a plugin, what plugins are those, or an update for your theme, what theme you're using, or an update for the whole WordPress core platform. Does that make sense? So this is how you see the update. Now, are you going to get a notification for every update? Unfortunately, no. So once you log in, you see the update, you update it. There is a plugin that can actually send you a notification anytime WordPress releases an update, in case you're busy, right? Now, here's the thing, you need to write it down. When we install WordPress theme, there is something called parent theme. So by default, every theme you add, you install, you activate, it is a parent theme. Okay? So if you're a developer or if you're a beginner developing, you don't want to go in the back end and mess with the code. If you want to mess with the code, you have to make a copy of the parent theme that is called child theme. To do that, there are two ways to do it. One is technical, which is what? You open a notepad, you type style sheet.ss, and you upload it to the server, do some crazy stuff. I don't have to tell you that. For you, as a non-coder, lazy person like me, there's a plugin for that. It's called child theme something. Okay? The only time you are going to use it if you are going to customize your site, if you're going to change everything completely. But if you're not going to change anything, if you're just going to grab the theme as it is and just change the content and the color, then you don't have to worry about it. Does that make sense? So for most of you, don't worry about it. But do understand what is a child theme and what is a parent theme, okay? Now, that's number one. Number two, anytime you see an update, don't click update right away. Okay? The best practice is do a backup first. Okay? Run a backup, and I'm going to share with you a plugin to run a backup. If you have a bunch of plugins that needs to be updated, you update one plugin at a time. Don't update all of them in one shot. Because if one of them causes a conflict, it can lock down your website or break it. Just do one at a time. Because if you do the update on the third plugin and something happened to the website, now you know that plugin caused the issue. Okay? So that's the best practice. Do a backup, throw a plugin, and update one plugin at a time. Then update the theme, then update the core WordPress update. Okay? So that's a tip for you. All right. As you can see, the latest WordPress is 4.3.1. How are we doing on time?
10 minutes to 12.
10 minutes to 12. Okay. Now, Jetpack, we don't need it. This is owned by WordPress, but for some reason, I don't know why, but it slows down most of the sites. So that's why I never use it. It has a bunch of sharing feature, form feature. I don't use it. I'm just going to turn it off for now. So typically, okay, there you go. So you have the dashboard, you have the home, you have the update. Now we're going back to post again. So the difference between the post here and the post up there is more option here on the left hand side. As you see, there's 4 options, right? So when I move my mouse to post, I have all posts. That means all the blog posts you created. Add new. You're gonna add a new post. Categories. This is where you create the categories. And tags. This is where you create the tags, like the keyword for a bunch of stuff, right? So if I click on all posts, y'all see this? It shows me how many blog posts I have. And who is the author of the blog post. What category they're in. If there's a tag, the tag will show up. If there's nothing going to show up. And if there's any comment. And when it was published. Okay? So this is for the post. When you move your mouse to that particular post, you get 4 options. Edit, that's called the main edit, quick edit, trash it, or view it. So you can see it from there. So if I go to quick edit, all I can do maybe change the author, change the title, disable the comment box, select different categories, or put it to draft. That's the only thing I can do under quick audit. But for full audit, I can click cancel, go to full audit, edit, thank you. I can change anything I want. So most of the time, you go to full edit, okay? Any question about all posts? That basically means all your posts, right? So you can see exactly what you're doing here, right? Any question? No. Yes or no?
No.
All right.
When you do trash, how trashed is trashed?
And it goes to the trash.
I mean, like, is it gone forever, or?
There is a way to retrieve it from the server, not from here.
Hillary Clinton wants to know.
So I went ahead and I trashed it. The post that we made, I trashed it. There's no way from here to retrieve it, but there is a way, I think, from the server you can restore it back. Okay? All right. Categories. When you click categories, this is where you're going to make the categories. Right? So what category do you want to write?
Just make up anything, doesn't matter.
Make up anything?
Use colors.
Books. Okay. Okay. The slug, what a slug basically means, it makes your, you know, the URL. So right now you have jeffswebsite.com/books as the category, right? With the slug, you can change the book to something else. Does that make sense? On the link. That's what is it for. The slug. But right now I have the category right here. So that's how you make categories. Tags, I don't really use tags by itself. The only time I will use the tag if I have a search box on my website, and if I blog, I write it for my audience first. When I blog, when I write the content, I actually add the tags right there. I don't create it before. That's just me. I don't want to create it before to select it. I can just write it as I write the content. Does that make sense? Okay. So any question about posts? Is it understood right now how to do blog posts? And where would you go to do a blog post? Pretty easy, right? Okay. So we know how to make categories, we know how to make tags. Now, media, same thing. Right here, I can drag, I can upload, I can check the library for the media, right? Pretty easy, right? Repetition is good. Pages, all the pages right here. See? When I click all pages, I can see all the pages, or I can add a new page, and it's a similar concept. Edit, edit, full edit, quick edit, trash, or view.
Now, when you do the blog post and the excerpt, or click for more, does that add a page in this section with that extra piece?
It goes to your blog page, which is the home page.
Okay.
It is not here because it's a custom default. It's by default. It doesn't, and it depends also on the theme. Right now, we made a home page by ourselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Let's give me a few minutes when we move forward. I'm going to show you how to make a menu. Okay? So these are the pages we created. As you can see, there's nothing there. Once we install SEO plugin, few things will change. But now you know how to make pages. Does that make sense? Very simple, right? So that means you all know 100%. All right, comments. This is when people comment. As you can see, number one, there's one sample of comment or two, and you can approve it. You can reply to this comment. You can do a quick edit to the comment or full edit, or you can throw it to spam folder or trash folder. Now, because we have a blog, guess what? There are a lot of spam bots that goes to every website and throw their junk on your comment. For that, we need to configure a Kismet plugin. I want to show you how to configure that, okay? So this is where you view the comment, and when you respond from here, you can respond from here like that. You see that? That's how you respond. And approve. All right. How are we doing on time?
5 minutes to 12.
5 minutes. Because the next section is going to be so extensive, so let's come back after lunch. Okay? All right. So there's a restaurant right there, and there's a restaurant down there. I'm going to go to that one. Okay? To eat some Italian food. Huh?
You love it. You love
Oh, I love the Italian food. Right. I'm going to go there. Yeah, you can leave the stuff here. And
The door gonna be locked?
the door is going to be open. Well, I can lock this door. If you don't feel safe, just close your laptop. You can put it inside, or you can put it on the front. I usually don't actually leave it. But if you don't feel safe, take it with you. So if you want to hang out with us, sit down, chit-chat. Where are you going to go, bro?
Where are you going?
The same place?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go and chit-chat, have fun, and come back like around 1 o'clock or before. Well, that Italians will take forever to make food. Okay? Around 1:15 we should be back, okay? Then we'll continue with the rest. All right? Because I have so much stuff to cover. All right, folks. All right, folks, thank you for waiting. We're going for a lunch break. We should be back like maybe around 1:15. So we'll see you later. Thank you.